Second reason, economy. These countries agreed to find a new path to grow economically. First and foremost, they agree to do so by creating alternative ways to pay for the goods and services that their countries produce, which is very essential. The incoming 6 countries are consolidating their joint efforts among the 5 core members of BRICS to leave behind dollar as a transaction payment tool in global trade, as well as an investment. The incoming countries add more power to the bloc by using non-US dollar among them, and all agrees as well, the 11 countries agree that protectionist measure through currency payment is a no-no. All agrees that the economy should not be killed because of political tension and differences. So the cross-cutting of economic interests between the 5 core BRICS and the 6 incoming countries become important to note here. First, let's check out Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the largest economy and an important energy source in the Middle East. It is a permanent and founding member of OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, the world's largest oil producer. And Saudi has been buying a record high millions of barrels of Russian discounted price diesel when Europe decided to ban Russian diesel. If we look at the number of the volume of the increasing volume of fuel bought by Saudi Arabia from Russia, it's been spiking high. Same thing with United Arab Emirates. This is a second incoming member to BRICS, right? UAE has been importing significant amount of Russian fuel oil and sell it somewhere else. So it becomes a third-party buyer and to sell it somewhere else. Russia's export to UAE has risen in the wake of Russia's invasion to Ukraine and the Western sanction to Moscow. Iran has an agreement, on the other hand, with Russia to swap Iranian oil with Russian equipments and goods. So these are 3 countries having very close relationship with Russia. Ethiopia is an interesting country because it's the first country in Africa that Russia has diplomatic relationship with. So their bilateral diplomatic relations between Ethiopia and Russia has gone as long as 125 years. Russia has been supporting Ethiopia for studying in Russia. They have grown their bilateral relationship, including in commerce. But this relationship, side by side with the United States, the US is also an important partner to Ethiopia. They have grown numerous kinds of relationship between them. In fact, Ethiopia has been a strategic partner in the global war on terrorism with the United States. But the relationship between US and Ethiopia went sour following the US critique of Ethiopian handling of Tigray civil war 2020 to 2022. So just this year, actually, Foreign Minister Blinken came to Ethiopia trying to mend the relationship between the 2 countries. At this point, by joining BRICS, seems like Ethiopia is taking it the pragmatic way, the pragmatic and faster way to improve its standing in global politics. Egypt became the first Arab country to establish diplomatic relations with China. So the part with Russia is that one. This part, Egypt, Argentina, they are important partners to China. Under Nasser, Egypt becomes open its diplomatic relationship with People's Republic of China, and that went back to 1956. And because of that, China provided Egypt with various kinds of financial assistance, significant numbers. This has been very helpful for Egypt to face Great Britain, France, and Israel during the Suez Crisis in 1956. And the two countries has been going along real well for years. More recently in 2014, the two countries signed a strategic partnership agreement promising cooperation in the field of defense, technology, economy, counterterrorism, and fighting cyber crimes. When Xi Jinping visited Egypt in 2016, the two countries agreed to sign even more agreements, up to $15 billion worth of investment from China in various projects. From 2017 to 2022, Chinese investment in Egypt increased by over 300%. So China-Egypt relationship has been growing significantly. Argentina, on the other hand, is an important trade partner and defense partner to China. China's willingness to buy commodities and produce from Argentina using yuan has helped Argentina a lot in the midst of its financial crisis. Argentina even pay a part of $2.7 billion debt payment to the International Monetary Fund in yuan, in Chinese currency. So these are the backgrounds of the 6 incoming members of BRICS. By the way, India and China are 2 large Asian buyers of Russian oil during the Russia-Ukraine war. So back to the point where we asked what to expect then from this enlargement of BRICS. Sure, possibly there will be differences of interest remains within BRICS. There will be factions of interests and different directions within BRICS. But isn't politics always dynamic? Right now, the 6 incoming BRICS members help strengthen the message that countries from various walks of economic stages, from different political history, are finding their own paths for a greater status within the international system. To me, that's what's important. And to be frank, I'm watching BRICS with much higher interest now than when BRICS was first discussed in the 1990s and early 2000s. So, to Indonesia and Southeast Asian countries, what to do about this BRICS enlargement? Number one, I think we do have an urgent need to find an alternative way to navigate the rising rivalry between the US and China in our region. And how to do it? Well, check out the options to the rivalry. BRICS is one of the options. Economically, ASEAN member states has been interested to remain sovereign from the economic pressure of using only the US dollar in transaction payment. There you go. Aside from BRICS, ASEAN has agreed, at least among the 5 member states, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and the Philippines, to start using payment transaction QR risk, the QR code, for fast payment, so that transactions between these 5 countries can use local currency. So it's time, right, to consider how to de-dollarize our transaction payment. Number 2, BRICS is based on consensus. So if somehow Indonesia and other ASEAN member states decided to join BRICS, we can participate in setting the agenda. We can play a greater role globally, where BRICS is the new door for that opportunity. We don't have to worry that we are going to lose our color. If we are colorful enough, we can actually be the one coloring this new face, this new era where more and more actors are trying to take role in international politics. So I think we either join and shape BRICS now, rather than just watching BRICS continue to grow in the next 3 to 5 years. What do you think? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share to your friends. If you are interested to send some comments and questions, please do so. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.